Hello, today's video I'm sharing some organizing and rearranging of my craft space. I have neglected to do any sorting or organizing for like 3 years because I did take a little break from all of my paper crafting. So I had lots of bins to go through and stacks of things that I had kind of made. Basically what I have been doing the last couple of years is just I've been trying things. So if I see a video, watch a video online, or get a new stamp set or die or something like that, I would try it. And then that's it. I wouldn't make anything with it. So my desk and tables just kind of got piled with just stuff I tried. So I sorted through all of the bins and all of the stacks and threw out a lot of stuff I didn't like, stuff I had a lot of that I just knew I probably would never use. This bin here is mostly die cut pieces of things that I don't even know half the stuff where they came from, but that's what I'm doing, just sorting through different shapes and labels. There's stuff that is kind of stuck together. I've just pitched that. I went through all of my scrap, little pieces of cardstocks and papers and such, and I got through all of it, and I did get some new storage things, so I'm going to share that in this video too. Those little tags there, I apparently had been doing some color combinations, and I don't know what I was planning on doing with them, but I did pick those out. I was going to pitch them, and I did find a couple actual cards that I made in this box. So I think what I had done originally is just like cleaned off my desk when I wanted to make something, and I just put everything into a box or a pile. So that's where that dilemma came from. But now that I'm all organized and back into my paper crafting, I need to sort through all these things. So that little pouch there is something that I have had for quite some time. They are little punch or die cut shape pieces. I really need to use them. If I don't use them, I'm gonna throw them away because they just sit there and sit there and sit there. So the pieces that I'm keeping, I will make some cards or pages or something with them. And in that bin, I also found the rest of my little punch art shapes. Now, I started a little album many years ago with the plans of putting all of the little shapes and stuff, the punch art, to make these critters and people and stuff like that. And as you can see, I only got a couple pages actually done. So I would like to get them finished, because punch art are really cute. And I know there's lots of dies and stuff that makes little critters and cute little things. But punch art is fun. I enjoy doing that, and I haven't done it for quite some time, so I need to finish that. Now, here is the remainder of what I have kept of all the things that I have tried, as I say. There's just random stamped things and my glimmer hot foil and just various things. There's tons of backgrounds and stamps and the Concorda 9th stamps, stuff I've colored. So these are what I'm going to be using first. Now, I do have some new items. Over to the left there is a little stack. New stuff I bought. The Stampin' Up! One, actually, it's been a while ago I bought that. It was a retiring stamp set. I had the punch that matches that, and I never had the stamp set, so I got that. And then there is 3 or 4 paper packs that I got as new. So that's staying on my desk also to use. I will be probably making some videos of using these things, because if not, they'll get pitched with the other stuff. There was a lot of gel press stuff that I pitched because I just figured I am not good at that at all. So yeah, there's my new items there. And then those are the paper packs and a Unity stamp set that I have not used yet. So that is my plan. Now, my Distress Oxide inks, I had some with labels and some didn't have labels, so I had to go on Ranger's website and I printed off. These aren't exactly the labels that I had originally, but I wanted them black and white, didn't want them colored. So I glued all the little, that's just copy paper that I cut out and then just used liquid glue and stuck it on there. But they have lived in this Sizzix die storage tower. I have like 5 or 6 of these, but they all have dies in them. But I wanted to keep one for ink pads. Now, before I had a ton of ink pads, this is what I used to store them in. I think I had 2 or 3 of them that I used for storing ink pads. But this storage tower has those little inserts. So they're made for like the thick Sizzix dies, those green and yellow ones. And those little dividers there keep your die from going all the way through to the other side. But it fits these little oxide pads really well. So it needed a cleaning off. So I'm dusting and then inserting those dividers to hold the oxide, because I love those oxide pads. I don't have very many of the regular Distress inks. I don't like how they ink up on a clear stamp, so I just don't use them, but the oxides are great. So got all those in there, and I'm going to leave that set on my desk, and it's going to go right beside my Stampin' Up! Carousel that I got. So all of my inks, I want them right in front of me. There's a couple different things over the years that I have tried with my inks, moving them around here and there. But I want them right in front of me. So another thing that I did with that ink pad that I have there, you can buy blank oxide or Distress custom blend ink pads, because I'm a felt ink pad. I like felt. Most of the ink pads I have are Stampin' Up! The new ones are all foam, and I'm just not a fan of the foam pads. I like a felt pad. So I had a bunch of re-inkers that I didn't have an ink pad for. So you can see there, that's just a felt blank ink pad. You can put any kind of re-inker of any sort that you want in there. Now, the difference of these only is the color. So the Distress ink ones are black, and the oxide ones are gray. So that's what I did. And I just stuck them in there with all my other Stampin' Up! Ink pads, and I just wrote on it what color it was, and that works for me. That I like the size of these. They're decent size, so that's that. All right, so on to what I've already organized. This is all my 8.5 by 11 cardstock. It is 95% Stampin' Up! I have a few other brands, but I do have them in those little holders there, just set on their side, and I keep all the cardstock in the original plastic. I'm not going to put them in individual little sleeves. I just leave it in its original plastic wrapper, just keeps the dust and dirt off of it. But yeah, that's been sitting in that. That is a Plano brand 4-tier plastic storage rack. And I just have to show this. I made this a long time ago, originally to take it to get Tim Holt's signature. And look, I got Mario's because Tim was too busy. I just keep that out just for fun. Anyways, that's a 4-tier storage, plastic storage rack. And I've had that for quite some time. And that paper's been on that rack for quite some time. And it's not sagged at all. So that's a really nice plastic tiered rack if you're wanting one. Again, it's a Plano brand. And here's my stamps. Now, I did put these behind me. These are cheap little Dollar Tree bins that I put them in. They're not that great of a little bin, but right now they are working. So I'm going to see how they hold up. They do kind of collapse. The fronts kind of buckle in a little bit, but what do you expect for $1.25? But I have all those in there. I have a few random miscellaneous stamps. I just have them in little plastic bags there. And then the other bin, Sterilite bin, I got all of my stamp positioning tools and my envelope punch board. And then at the bottom, I have more large 8.5 by 11 stamps from Unity. I have my blending foams. Those were some creative memories stuff there. Shape, forget what they're called. And then this is the little cheap paper that I use if I make boxes or just scrap paper. I keep down there. And then this dresser I've had quite a long time. And I converted it into a craft/paper crafts storage. And I have put all of my dies on top of here. They've been on this table. They've been on this off this table and back on. And the wafer thin dies there, I keep in those storage pockets. Those are the same ones that I use for my stamps. That's the package there. I got them from Amazon. This particular one had 50 in it. I like the size of them. They fit the stamps and most of my dies perfectly. So I just put all of my die cut machine. I got some decorative strips, sizzlets, a few of my Biggs dies over there, embossing folders. The rest of my dies are still in the storage towers. They are on the floor behind me. Don't really have anywhere to put them right now, so that's where they're going to stay. Just showing some random things that I have. I have not went through these drawers. They do need organized, but I haven't got that far yet. There's just random craft stuff in there. So this is where I had another kitchen table. This is the, I don't know what area this is. It's just random stuff in there. Those little racks I have, like my glimmer foil, my fuse foils, chalks. You can see my dies there in them storage towers. There's just stuff I have not went through in these drawers yet. Chipboards, scrapbook stuff. There's a toolbox that I have transformed into my Cricut area. Enjoying having that there. That works really well. And you can see there's my Sizzix dies all piled there. don't know what I need, some little skinny bin for that, so I'm going to have to leave them there until I find something else. Alright, so now on to my paper. I have a couple more of those little Dollar Tree bins. That basket actually has a ton of background stamps in. I didn't have room on my other rack, so they sit right there, which is right beside my desk, so that will work just fine. A couple of these bins just have random pattern papers, but they're all the 6x6 pads there. I have a shelf with envelopes, another storage, that little pink thing I have not went through, and some other items, that ribbons at the very, very bottom of that. That is a microwave cart. This is underneath my desk, so I've always kept stuff under the desk that is right, where I sat. Those are my 12x12 papers, my wood burning tool, my original Sizzix machine down there, and then those are just empty boxes of die cut machines. I do have my fuse laminator hot foil machine there. I don't have anywhere else to put it right now, so it's living underneath of there. I can just grab it and put it on top of my desk and go from there. So I do have stuff under my desk because it is kind of a waste of space if I don't use it for anything. And then this shelf is kind of up to the left of my work desk, kitchen table. These are all my Stampin' Up! Sets. Those are the only Stampin' Up! Stamp sets I have left, not very many. There are wood block stamps that I don't use very often. Those are Christmas ones there. And then to the right, I do have wood block background stamps. And just some random things that I have made. So that's what's in that little shelf. And now we're on to the table. Now I've went through most of the stuff on my work desk. I do like to keep most of the things that I use most regularly, like the tape and glues and stuff, right beside me, all in front of me. That shelf there I had more inks on. And these two shelves here that go all the way across my room, I have not went through any of that. There is just regular craft supplies and stamps and other embellishments and things like that I haven't went through. That paper rack there is just doubles of cardstock I already have. I did hang up my paper trimmers, and then these are my punches, and I have not went through and organized that. But many years ago, I did take a steel rod that I got from the hardware store, and I used like those cup hooks screwed right into the wall. There's 2 or 3 for support, but they do hold those punches well. They've been up there for many, many years. They're open and they just slide right over those. Most of them are Stampin' Up! Ones, but I haven't organized that. Now, here are some other ink pads that I have, and these are from scrapbook.com, the little storage bins there. Those are nice. They're very thick, sturdy plastic. So if you don't have very many ink pads, those are nice storage racks. You can hang them up on the wall as well. Those are Hero Arts, mainly ink pads that I have in there. And some of this stuff back there I haven't really went through yet. There are pearls and gemstones and stuff like that. These are my blending brushes, just in little bins there. My cleaning rags, my heat tool, my stamp cleaners, other stuff that I really haven't went through all of it yet. It's coming along, but that is a kitchen table that I work on. I like that it's large. Everything's pretty much in reach. I can turn around now that my stamps are right behind the chair. I can just swivel. That's just a office desk there, and my stamp rags that I keep on the back. So everything's right behind me. I like that it's within, an arm's reach, except for my die cut stuff, which is behind me. So that is my little tour of my scrap room. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little tour and reorganizing. I will see you next time. Bye.